All right, it's about an hour since the last video, which is in my computer being uploaded right now, very slowly. I don't know why, but very slowly. So anyway, it's being uploaded and should be viewable long before you get this. So this guy's video, this guy's done as far as I'm concerned, I do believe, and I'm going to let the client come get it tomorrow. I've got Dead Fred up here, and I'm going to start installing the oil lines that run from down here to up here to across to the other side. Now, as you recall, I kept having leaks under these banjos, and it just bugged the heck out of me because I knew they were tight. Well, it turns out they weren't tight. What happened is, watch me screw this in. Okay, see how far it goes in. What happened on both sides, and I don't know why, is there was stoppage inside this threaded hole, and the banjo bolts would go in and hit that and feel like they bottomed out. And I mean, I was tightening tight, and so I even tried multiple uh, copper washers. I don't have any aluminum, so I use copper, and it would go in, and I'd get it really tight, but it wasn't really tight. I was hitting that stoppage inside the threaded hole. So what I did on both sides, first of all, I did this side first because it was the worst. It was just bugging the heck out of me. So what I did is I took these caps off the rocker shafts so I could get at the oil passage. Then I took a tap that matches this thread. I actually have one. And I greased it with heavy grease so that any debris that it cleaned up would hopefully stick to it. And I ran it in there and I got it about half an inch in and I felt it hit that hard surface, whatever was in there. I hit it and I felt it break free. And then it just turned all the way in. So whatever was in there on both sides at that level was stopping me from tightening these banjo bolts. Now, once I took the tap out and cleaned off what little debris was on it, then I went in here with grease-covered uh, Q-tips to go as far in as I could and pick up any stuff that might have been there. Then, since I had these off, I shot CRC up the hole to flush it out once again. So with the grease, with the CRC flushing, I am reasonably down to the 99.999% sure that there's no leftover crap from the thread cleaning that I did. And if it did, the bike can handle it. Okay? So anyway, so now I have these banjo bolts that fit nicely, screw in all the way, and I'm going to put this new set of oil lines onto the bike and see if they will work properly. I'll set this up and I'll put it in the tripod and we'll start work. All right, the oil line is just sort of laying there. I forgot to remember that the kit that came with the oil line included aluminum washers. So I am using the aluminum washers rather than copper, and I am using red um, gasket sealer on them just because, no real reason other than the fact that I like it. Now, the interesting thing about this line is that it does not fall into place naturally. There's some tension on it. I wish they had positioned these ends so that they would fall in facing the right direction and we wouldn't have to sort of hold it while we try to insert it. But it's not there, and I'm not going to do anything to change it. I'm not going to heat it and move it or anything silly like that. I'm just going to get it on there and get her done. Gently, gently, gently. Always be so gentle. Don't cross thread it. It's so easy to cross thread things, especially when they're under tension when you put them on and you're not sure if they started properly. But this one did, and I'm now going to put it down here semi-tight, but not tight all the way yet. Okay, now let's see how we run this. Oh, goodness, it's quite long, much longer than I would have expected. Let's take it out and take it behind this fuel line. Well, that'll be better. I'm putting this over the head steady because all of this moves at the same time so that it won't rub. You can see the tension this is under. I'm going to take this down below the feed line here. Try to take up some of that length. Even if I have to take it all the way off. Oh my. It is, of course, jammed up against the feed lines now. All right, it's going to come off just about all the way. There we go. Now we're down below it. That's better. Whether or not it stays in front of here is the question. I think it will. I'm going to put this bolt in now, see how it goes. Oh boy, wonder if it would have been easier to do the other end first. I don't know why they didn't make these things so they would fall into place. There's just a lot of twist involved here. And I don't like twist. Twist can break. Twist can cause cross thread. Twist can cause frustration. It has to go in there gently. All right. We have two in loosely. Let's go to the other side. Can you see what I see? Okay. All right, see if we can get this third one on. Once again, twist is in the way. They're coming out level when they really need to turn in. Very frustrating. Now I got to turn it in, face it flat, and get the banjo bolt into das hole. I'm beginning to think maybe I'll go under that bracket instead of over it. See if it goes any smoother. The bracket I'm referring to is the head steady. It's right in the way of the line. I'm still under it. Somebody at the rally told me that they drilled from here all the way into the head and connected the passageway between the two banjo bolts. And then they only had to put one banjo on the other side and just close this one off, and it fed both sets of rocker arms. If anybody else has heard about that, I'd like to know more about it. Whether it's really effective, whether anybody's done it, all of the above. I'm just trying to route this thing so it'll get out of the wires from the coils, away from the head steady, and the coils themselves, and all kinds of stuff is in the way. I'm to the point where I'm getting real close to just going ahead and pulling the tank off, just so I can see what I'm doing. Just seems like everything and its brother is in my way of running this line over top this engine. And as we want to say around here, there's no such thing as a 5-minute job. So now I want to get over the head steady behind the bolt that goes to the spring. And do it without breaking this brand new oil line. And without getting tied up in all these wires. All right, now I'm over the spring bolt. Yeah, like that. And that gives me the ability to turn it in like that. And now I'm going to see if I can get this to catch. I wish it were easy. I'm beginning to think I might take the other side off. Just to get more effort over here. Oh, patience, patience, patience. Patience is wearing thin. Come on, get your little so-and-so into there. All right, that's on. The hose is not bound up on the head steady. The whole thing moves together, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the other side. Okay. Since we're not running stock air cleaners or anything like that on this bike, I'm really not too worried about where this goes or what it does. I might bring this little rubber bumper down here farther down. It rubs up against the carburetor, but it's not bad. Matter of fact, I don't mind that at all. All right. Theoretically, he said with a grin, everything's tight. That's what they say. Let's put the sparkler wires on. Well, they don't seem to go in very well. Well, that's as deep as the hole goes. I'll be darned. Wonder why that is. I like it when they go in and snap in place. There, that's better. All right. Let's go the other side. All right. All right. We have a bike that's ready to start. Let's throw a few electrons at it and see what happens. All right. I hope that the sound suppressing has been keeping the blower motor down so you're not hearing that from the cooler. But anyway, I'm going to give her a shot here and see what happens. Whoops, a little bit much. I just did a reply to a comment about roller starters, and I said that if a bike doesn't start in maybe 2 or 3 dozen kicks, there's something wrong and needs to be fixed. Well, that also goes for electric starters. A starter like this, if you're grinding on it, grind, something's wrong. You got to fix it. So an electric starter isn't exactly like a roller starter, but yeah, it spins the motor better. But I don't like roller starters, never have, never will. They're just a pain. If you wonder why, I wrote a pretty good explanation on on today's post or yesterday's post. All right, let's see what happens. Now, just for grins, I'm going to turn off the microphone, and you can hear this engine raw. So far, no leaks. So far. And now we're back. I do believe that Kevin has himself a bike. Uh, so far, so good. And I'm going to go ahead and put the side covers on and the seat on, continue the dressing out, and see how it goes. I love it. That is one healthy sounding motorcycle. I hope it hangs together. We've done a lot of work on this bike. I don't know if you were watching when we got it, but it was a 10-year sitting idle, semi-finished, partially rebuilt with all kinds of problems. So this has been quite an effort. And I'm going to go ahead and dress it out. I'll give you another video when I get it all dressed out. Okay, well, Dead Fred has the side covers on, and side cover on. It's a running machine. And over here I have the seat. I decided to go ahead and paint the under seat pan. So this is primer. I'll come out here later in the evening and do black. And then I'll be able to put the seat on tomorrow. So right now, I'm going to leave it here. It's, oh gosh, it's about 20 minutes after nap time. So I'm going to go inside and try to fix that situation. But Dead Fred's looking pretty good. Maybe a test ride the next day or so.